Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello and welcome back to True Crime Guys podcast. I'm your host, Michael. Well, not today. Andy is your host because it's Headlines Week.
I'm your host, Andy, and welcome to Headlines and Shenanigans.
You want to do it over? Let's just do it over.
No, you got this.
Yeah.
Let them keep with the rhythm.
Oh, you're right. But yes, guys, Headlines and Shenanigans this week. If you're unfamiliar, every fourth episode is Headlines and Shenanigans, where we dive into the true crime world and bring you stuff that is current in the headlines, but also maybe something a little lighter, as like a palate cleanser, that's it's helpful when you're digesting horrible crime.
Yeah, week after week of just horror.
After week. Nobody needs that. So you need to break it up a little.
Yes.
And that's what we're here to do for you.
That's what I'm here to do for you, Michael. I'm here to really cleanse your palate.
Exactly. And if you want to have your palate cleansed with no ads, check out patreon.com/truecrimeguys, where for just $3 a month, you can get all these episodes early, ad-free, with bonus content. Me and Andy usually talk for 20 to 30 minutes before the show, sometimes about the case, sometimes just about life, other things we're interested in. But you can find all that and so much more at patreon.com/truecrimeguys. But now, I think I'm going to hand it over to Andy. What do you got for me, bud?
Michael, I'm going to go ahead and start off our Headlines and Shenanigans with a little bit of a hometown story.
Oh, no.
Maybe not hometown, but definitely local. Actually, no, it's fucking wild. Okay. I was actually impressed when I saw this.
All right.
And I am probably not the only one. I'm sure there's a fucking scout out there, someone being like, where are they at? Find me them. Find me those boys.
I'm intrigued.
Okay, Michael, in Greensboro, North Carolina,
right,
2 teens are accused of using a homemade plasma cannon to break into Smith High School.
What in the Fallout?
Yeah, what in the fucking Tony Stark?
How did they made a plasma cannon?
2 teenagers made a plasma cannon.
The internet is wild, bro.
Chose to break into their high school. Really? High school? You didn't become a small-time supervillain?
So what did they do? What'd they take?
2 triad teenagers made their first appearance in court in Greensboro Monday to face multiple charges after several people were accused of what court records are describing as a powerful explosive to break into Smith High School. Solomon Cavero Bell, 18, and Chase Haracharan that's a long last name.
Yeah.
Were arrested and taken to the Guilford County Jail on the following charges: felony breaking and entering, explosives on educational property,
naturally,
possession of a weapon of mass destruction.
Oh shit!
When you get that one thrown in there, that's a little bit
like what is the limit on that? Is a grenade a weapon of mass destruction?
I really don't know, but I feel like when you throw
it at a gas pump, it is.
You throw a weapon of mass destruction, it's just like, how about we drop a terrorism in there? Just a drop, just a pinch of terrorism on your record.
It depends on their motive.
Yeah. Malicious use of explosives, damaging real property, and felony conspiracy. A juvenile was also detained before being released into the custody of a parent, and they will be taken out with juvenile charges.
Okay.
But Cavero Bell allegedly used a homemade plasma cannon to burn a bush and damage the door of Smith High School in Greensboro before breaking into the building, according to a warrant. Court records accused Bell and several others of using the plasma cannon to break into the school, causing a fire in the process. And officers responded to a burglary call just after 2 a.m. According to prostitution, law enforcement found several water tanks and clear plastic that was used to create a makeshift plasma cannon. Investigators also found damage to a door near one of the entrances to the high school, including a hole in the glass. As soon as I saw this, I was just like, yeah, where's MIT? Like, all I could think was, like, you're giving this guy a criminal charge, not a scholarship? Like, what?
What materials did you have?
This kid in Greensboro, homemade plasma cannon. This kid literally...
Is there a picture?
I don't know if there's a picture of the plasma cannon. Not on this article, there is not a picture of the plasma cannon. There should be. But yeah, either way, I'm like, the fact that this is a 18-year-old kid who made his own, like, this is Ironheart. This is fucking Riri Williams, basically. This is a teenager who made a plasma cannon. I mean, nefarious purposes to an extent, but still figured out a way to make this, probably from a YouTube video.
Check this thing out, dude.
Oh, hell yeah. I got a friend who can probably make one of those if I asked him hard, like if I begged him hard enough.
Yeah, they didn't even use a 3D printer. They just used some freaking 5-gallon water jugs here.
Yeah, like I said, you can do some damage with a little bit of WikiHow.
Wow.
But these kids put together a homemade plasma cannon. Prosecution says the surveillance cameras captured 3 suspects inside Smith High School's media center. The prosecution told the court that Bell ran through the school's hallways for about 15 minutes before officers arrived. Probably just fucking ecstatic that this thing worked.
There is an overwhelming amount of videos online teaching you how to make a plasma cannon.
Well, guess what? These kids fucking paid attention. They may not have paid attention in school, but they paid attention to a real science class.
On YouTube?
Listen, hey.
Look at this.
Listen,
dude.
they're learning.
You can learn anything on YouTube. Look at this plasma
Kids
cannon, bro.
are learning. Let them learn.
Right.
Cavero Bell's attorney asked for his bond to be lowered, saying her client has no criminal history. He graduated from Smith High School and plans to begin HVAC school in August. Like I said, I feel like this may have been like an audition tape for MIT. Why isn't this kid getting a scholarship somewhere to an engineering school? Like NC State, please call me. Like, for God's sakes, this kid's like basically making plasma tools in his garage. Myth busted. You can do it.
Yeah. These are insane, some of these videos.
But yeah, like I said, 18-year-old kid makes a plasma cannon? Fuck yes! It's fucking little North Carolina pride right there. They say we're a bunch of little southern... Damn! First try, didn't we? Fuck this. It's awesome.
Right? We're watching a reel on YouTube.
Literally some nerds making plasma cannons.
There's tons.
Bam!
Boom. Look at that, dude.
I mean, I used to, listen, I was a teenager at one point, and I made a hell of a potato gun one time. But I never made a plasma cannon.
Look at this. Boom.
Boom! Jesus, you're all becoming Spider-Man villains. It's awesome.
Look at it in slow-mo, dude. The combustion.
God, rednecks don't need that. Rednecks do not need that.
Look at this video right here. 5-minute crafts posted.
5-minute
crafts, Andy.
You want a 5-minute craft on a plasma cannon? I can get you working right now.
Right?
Judge Angela Fox increased each defendant's bond for the weapon of mass destruction charge from $10,000 to $25,000. She was like, all right, I get it. No criminal record. Looks a weapon of mass destruction. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Hold on a second.
Hold on. I'm going to keep him in there for a minute. I got to look up on this.
Right?
The fuck these kids make?
Wow. Yeah.
Combined with their existing $5,000 conspiracy bonds, each is now being held in a total of $30,000 bond. Judge ordered they have no contact with the other defendants in the case and stay away from the high school property. Yeah, guys, how about we don't do that again? How about, like I said, how about you get a nice scholarship to a local engineering school, and we just take that as your admissions interview?
Whoa.
I did see that guy show up not too long ago, make that fucking Transformers looking cannon.
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, that looks like something Optimus Prime just turned his arm into.
This is, yeah.
That is.
Watch how this charges up.
God
Boom.
damn.
Just absolutely roasted that lawn chair.
That would be an Alien versus Predator weapon.
Sheesh.
Shoot the mayonnaise.
Right?
But yeah, Michael, I was like, we got a little North Carolina story, and not only that, we got a fucking homemade plasma cannon. That's way beyond my high school pranks. Yeah. Like I said, I made a hell of a potato gun one time, but I never.
The resources kids have now, though.
Right.
I mean,
damn. I never crossed into that fourth phase of matter.
Right.
I was never like, hey, how about you guys study physics enough when you were in high school? You guys want to break the matter type and just like go into plasma? Let's do it.
Right. What's crazy is like, people are like, how do you get the idea? How do you get hooked up on that? It's like the majority of the population is watching, 15-second to 30-second videos over and over again. You see something, an idea pops into your freaking head. You go down a rabbit hole. I mean, how many of us have done that, innocently enough? And, these guys happen to stumble across plasma cannons.
Yeah. And apparently not that hard. 5-minute crafts.
5-minute crafts, man.
I'm sure, like I said, we'll figure this out. Send it to your son. He'll have it built have it built by Thursday. Like, Dad, come here. Where is the chicken? Roasted.
Right. Plucked and cooked all at once.
Spare you some time.
But
I mean, it's a little burnt. It's also way over there. Some bitch got some distance. I'm just letting you know.
Right.
But Michael, I'm going to go ahead and switch off this story because that was one of our more shenaniganation stories.
Yeah, nobody got hurt, right?
Nobody got hurt. That's like I said, I think someone more or less deserves a scholarship. Maybe a slap on the wrist, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
But
take the plasma cannon.
I wonder if this was like it would be like a great fuck you to like the science teacher who failed him his senior year. And he was just like, fuck you, Mr. So-and-so.
Right.
Say I can't study. Fuck you. I'll put a plasma cannon.
Went in there and like nuked his whole desk.
Yeah.
That's all he did. Didn't even
Just
take
walked up to
anything.
his security camera, just flipped it off. Just walked in his room again, just told you. All right, Michael, we're going to talk a little bit about a different type of little embarrassing story here.
Okay.
And somebody did get hurt, but then there's also something we like to talk about in this world called karma, which rarely
Yes.
ever happens in our world, especially in the world of true crime. Sometimes that immediate karma is never so just as this one is.
Right.
Because Michael, this story that happened like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay.
Was making some headlines, and I saw this, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send this to Michael," but I'm gonna save it
Oh, okay. Yes.
because I was like, it seemed like it was gonna be a case at first
Okay.
because a boyfriend who was actually dumping the body of his strangled girlfriend in the woods dies while dragging her corpse, and police find him dead in the fetal position next to the mother of three.
Whoa.
Literally, this man had a heart attack.
That's what the fuck he gets.
I'm
yeah,
like,
man.
when is karma ever this just and
Wow.
sweet and on time?
Right?
Like, just like I said, just like there was the one time some angel was just like, "Oh shit, my oh well, I'm here." So
Yeah.
snip. No, oh no. Well, I'll take both of you.
Right? Yeah.
Grim Reaper was
Jeez.
just like, "Okay, twofer, all right."
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, I saw this and I was like, "Wow, we never get to see a case start." And then happen, and then end.
Probably the most physical work he's done in a while.
Yeah,
Right?
like I said,
Not to mention the added stress.
the added stress of strangling somebody takes more than you think.
Well, I mean, the stress of getting caught.
Yeah.
On top of it, everything.
What
right?
did I just do?
Right? Yeah. Wait, did you say mother of three?
Yeah, mother of three.
So was she pregnant at the time?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
An Alabama woman was strangled to death by her boyfriend, who then died while trying to dump her body in the woods of a heart attack. The Fifth Judicial Circuit Court District Attorney Mike Segrest says about Daniel Robbins, 44, of Georgia, who killed his girlfriend, Jessica Folds, 47, sometime in early June. Their bodies were found right there together, Segrest says. Folds and Robbins had been dating before their deaths, and according to Georgia Television, the couple was found around June 10th at 12:30 p.m. after Chambers County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to an area along County Road 86. Upon arrival, deputies located a deceased white female and white male in a wooded area near the vehicle, and Chambers County Sheriff's Office said on Chambers County Sheriff's Office said on Facebook, which you got to imagine at first was probably the most fucking confusing case these guys have come across. They show up, they're like, okay, we got two dead bodies. There's a car over there.
Right. This guy looks like he had no physical harm.
What? Okay, this guy's dead, but she's also dead. No guns, no blood. What the?
Right.
What the fuck? Zodiac? What the?
I know, right?
Somebody's came back from the dead.
Yeah. That is a weird scene to walk up on.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably thought like worst case scenario. They're like, oh, somebody came out here and killed these two lovers by a tree or something. It's like, no.
Or dumped their bodies here.
Yeah, or
both
dumped,
of them
yeah.
got dumped. Yeah.
The Alabama State Bureau of Investigation was called out to investigate, and the bodies were transported to the Alabama Department of Forensic Science for autopsies. And based on the investigation, the female victim was found to have been strangled, and it appears that the male had been attempting to dispose of the body in a remote location. The abandoned vehicle that police found had been still running when deputies arrived on the scene, and the driver's door was open and the tailgate was down. There were drag marks found in the dirt from the truck to the location where the bodies were also found nearby. This guy didn't even turn the truck off. Like, he was gonna get caught regardless. Like, they found this body pretty quickly. I'm sure somebody saw him doing this. But either way,
Well, the truck probably drew a lot of I mean, imagine driving by that, a truck running,
yeah, for
door
a while.
open, and then nobody around.
Yeah, in just an empty field.
Like, what the hell?
But yeah, I was just like, man, this guy didn't even turn the truck off. And then, like, we never get to see a case go from start to finish in one afternoon. Like, it's very weird. Like,
Right.
yeah, they had to do an investigation later on for the
Yeah.
autopsy, but yeah, it was open and shut case in a matter of hours. They were just like,
Right.
wow, this is a real mystery. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, no. Actually,
Maybe not. Look at our job.
yeah. Maybe our job got done for us.
Investigators believe Robbins was in the middle of moving Folds' body, and while attempting to dump it, he collapsed from a fatal heart attack. His ex-wife told WTVN that he did have a pre-existing heart condition.
Wow.
Man, risking it all right there. Has a pre-existing heart condition. He still thinks, I can take this body out in the middle of the summer in Georgia and dump it. There's definitely no humidity and heat, and, you know, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm 47.
Right?
I do this all the time. I dump bodies out in the middle. No, you fucking heart attack immediately.
That's beautiful justice, though. I hate that happened, obviously.
But again, very much poetic justice immediately.
How old were their kids? Does it say anything? Or
it doesn't say how old her kids
really
were.
awful for them, dude.
I don't think they were his kids. I think they were just hers.
Oh.
They had been dating for a little while.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Jeff Nelson says the station that told the location where Folds and Robbins were found is believed to be a drop site, not the location where Folds was killed. He said the person who reported the abandoned truck also saw the couple's bodies in the woods, but thought they were mannequins. So, I mean, that person investigated a little bit. Like, drove by and was like, I'm gonna say those are mannequins. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep keep going. Mannequins, definitely mannequins. But according to Nelson, Folds was found with her hands raised over her head while Robbins was in the fetal position. Folds reportedly lived just a few miles from the discovery site with Robbins in Lynette, and Robbins was living in Macon, Georgia at the time.
Right. Wow, dude.
But yeah, you never actually, like I said, we never get to see somebody just immediately get karma in the same afternoon. Like, some people have been caught in the act before. They've been caught like by police or different things have happened, but you never just somebody strangles his girlfriend and then dies of a heart attack. I want to believe in ghosts a little bit. I want to believe that her ghost just followed him until where they got out of the car, and she was just like walking behind him, nagging him so badly that it killed him. Like that shit was just a ghost just chewing him out for how shitty of a job this was, that he just died from pure paranormal pestering.
Right. Wow, dude. That is insane. Yeah, Daniel Robbins, 44 years old.
Right? Like I said, we never get to see these often, but like, Michael, I had to save this one for you. I was like, wow, we never get to see something just so quick.
Right.
Most of our stories last forever.
Reminds me of that Rick and Morty interdimensional cable where they watch that crime show, and it's like 30-second crime or like 3-second crimes. And he's like, here's a crime, here's a body, and the guy shows up with a knife. He's like, I did it. He's like, oh, you're getting arrested. It's like, tune in next week for another crime. Right.
It was making me think of the commercials where it's like, this is still the commercial for doors.
Fake doors. We're still here.
It's still the commercial.
Oh my God, it's still the commercial.
But Michael, for our next story, I'm gonna go ahead and transition a little bit. Now, this one right here is a bit more of a shocking headline. This one's a bit tragic and scary, but at the same time, I was like, this sounds almost like the beginning of a horror movie.
Okay.
But it sounds more like a beginning of like a supernatural possession movie almost. Because a flight school pilot jumps to his death mid-air, leaving his student to land the plane. Oh my God,
I heard about this.
Like that just made me think of some like intro to a horror movie of some curse movie or something. Yeah,
he told her, he was like, you know what to do.
You know what to do. And they just walked out and jumps out the plane. I'm just like, oh, that's the beginning of some fucking curse movie.
Right?
Like he just passed the curse on to her. I know it's not like this. Like, absolutely.
Yep. She's going to be haunted by like some freaking spirit or something.
The ghost of Amelia Earhart or something. Like,
it's your burden now. Good luck.
But a pilot jumped out of the door of a moving plane, leaving the student he was teaching to fly to land the aircraft by herself. Flight instructor Leandro Andres Bertazzo, 42, was found dead following the incident, which took place in Toledo, central Argentina, on Saturday.
Wow. According
to a statement from the country's public prosecutor, Bertazzo was on board the Cessna 150 aircraft with a 22-year-old student named Rosario. The student said Bertazzo then told her, "You know what you have to do. Carry on," before taking off his headset and seatbelt, opening the door, and jumping out of the plane calmly. Oh my God. That is just so scary. Because you got to wonder, how was he the whole time? Did that girl see anything wrong with him when she got in the plane? Was she like, hey, you look like you haven't slept in a week. What's going on? Like, is there any kind of, like, was there any sign of like, why don't you look like you're ready to land? Why don't you have the second half of the book open? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's scary, dude.
Eduardo Alvarez.
Hell of a way to go, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but why make it somebody else's problem? Like that girl could have 100% gone into shock and crashed. And then crashed into God knows what. Like, you could have taken out you could have taken out God knows how many people with this very selfish act. Mm-hmm. Eduardo Alvarez, director of the Flying Pirat Kubota Academy, or Flying School, where Bertazzo worked, told TN that there were no signs that the pilot was planning to throw himself from the plane leading up to the day. Bertazzo had gone on a flight with another student earlier in that day, Alvarez said. He made this tragic decision on board an aircraft with another person by his side. It's impossible to think about or understand it, but the human mind is very complex. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Opening the door of a plane mid-air is also extremely difficult, explained Alvarez, who compared it to trying to open the door of a car traveling at roughly 200 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
Or 120 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So either way, it's still a lot of force trying to open one of those plane doors that high.
No doubt.
At that speed. Rosario, the student, however, managed to control herself and land the plane safely despite being in what they describe as complete shock. The plane was also undamaged. Bertazzo was a highly experienced flight instructor and had worked as a flight instructor in the neighboring Chile also before his transition here. Prosecutors will also investigate the exact details of the incident that led to Bertazzo's death. Again, I don't know what else you can investigate. Like I said, this sounds straight up out of like a horror movie. It sounds like this was either because again he had a flight earlier that day.
Right.
He went up, did a whole lesson with somebody else, got them out, or
maybe he was just super confident in her ability to land the plane.
Yeah.
And was like, she's a better, but like you said, she could have went into shock and fucked everything up.
Yeah. What if she just passes out? What if she,
who knows?
Completely forgets everything you've taught her because she is now in complete shock.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we don't know what exactly was going through this guy's mind, but I kept seeing it making the headlines and just like, Jesus, I'm surprised that genuinely has not been taken as the beginning of a horror movie in some aspect because it just seems like it should be.
I see what you mean. It does. It seems like they're passing off a curse of some sort. Yeah, or maybe he was just burdened with something that she's just now getting into. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
Like she triggered something and he brought something up there that he was trying to destroy or what. I don't know. It just seems like one of those weird ass like horror curse.
I wonder if they had cameras in there.
Probably.
I mean, they have footage of what happened.
They probably do. I mean, this is a training flight school. I bet they do have cameras in the plane just to be safe.
I would think so.
Probably. I would hope so, especially if they're doing a full-on investigation. I'm sure there's a lot of footage or at least records they have to go through.
Yeah.
But you never really see something like this. This is
no way, man.
Like that's one of the worst case scenarios when it comes to taking flying lessons. It's like you go up there. It's like, what if this was like her third lesson? Or like he's like, yeah, I think you're good enough. He's like, yeah, you watched me do it, right? All right, just do that.
Do that. All right.
Just do that. I'm out.
I don't think that was the case. Like I said, I think this guy she had probably been flying for a while.
Yeah.
And was about to graduate or about to be flying solo, and he was like, you know what to do.
Yeah, you got this. Yeah. I pass it on.
Yeah. And that was perfect timing because about 30 seconds after this part of the show, my power went out on the night that me and Andy were recording. So we got all the stories, but, I didn't get to do the outro with Andy, so I told him, hey, man, go on home. We never know when the power's going to come back on. Summertime in the Carolinas, that's how it is. It can be beautiful all day. A pop-up storm hits, somebody's texting, they hydroplane on the road, they hit a power line, and hopefully they live, but don't text and drive. Don't be on your phone and driving. I'm sorry. But guys, I say all that to say this. Thank you for listening. Thank you. This was not a regular True Crime Guys episode. If you're new here, most of our episodes just focus on one particular case. And we try to use audio from the case and whatnot. Speaking of that, you guys can also give us a follow on social media on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever, and stay up to date on everything that we're covering here at True Crime Guys, as well as see some video, some interrogation footage, surveillance footage pertaining to the cases that we cover. We try to find that stuff for you and share it on social media as well. So, gives you a little more insight into the case that we're talking about. But at True Crime Guys, at all of the above. But guys, thanks for listening. Don't forget Patreon. Patreon.com/True Crime Guys is a great way to support the show. And guys, it would mean the world to us if you could just go check it out. You can also be a free patron and just check out all the stuff that we're posting there and how often and whatnot. And you can also get access to these episodes, like I said at the beginning, early, ad-free, with bonus content. And guys, usually it's 20 to 30 minutes of extra bonus content. It's just, you get to know me and Andy a little bit more. It's kind of, you remember that show Lauren and I used to do called Just the Banter? Well, if not, it's like that. It's like Just the Banter at the end of every single episode, right? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you very, very much. If you got a case suggestion, send us at truecrimeguys@gmail.com or hit us up on any of the social medias. All right? Well, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure that you subscribe and you leave a review on whatever podcast platform you're on. And until next week, I guess you'll have to keep on creeping. All right? Oh, let me do Andy's thing. Bye.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.